Hey YouTube world, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. I'm just starting these videos, day 2, about time I get on YouTube. I am the environmental education and agenda the world needs, and I've been it for 20 years, and everybody you could think that is out there screaming for an environmental solution is actually simultaneously preventing it. And video 1, if you go to my channel, Environmental Educator, that has the agenda the world needs. It's on the back of my book. Just go look at the write-up of the book, Stop Terrorism, United States Style, Greenhouse Gases or Weapons of Mass Destruction 2. Just right there on the back panel is... I just can't keep repeating it everywhere. It's the whole video. So, hey, we're going to talk about the Clinton Foundation today, right? It used to be and Global Initiative till, I don't know, they changed the Global Initiative, but still have a Global Initiative. And, they're environmental, and they're out there, they're talking about it. Hillary, this is April 29th, 2014 right now. And, it was like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago that Hillary was out, at a Clinton Foundation something, and the environment, man, we have to step up to the plate, we have to do something, right? Are you kidding me, Hillary? I mean, seriously, not only did your husband's White House refuse the education and agenda the world needs, the Clinton Foundation has refused the environmental education and agenda the world needs since the day they opened their doors. Okay, you don't think? I have knocked on everyone's door for 20 years now. More than 20 years. I mean, I just, you got to get your global bake somewhere, right? Which is why I'm late for YouTube. But if you watch first videos, I guess I just always thought YouTube was a stupid video of the day, and it gets people successful. And this is the environmental 911 call the world needs, that it is screaming for, that the Clinton Foundation is screaming for, right? I mean, always. And they're happy to take your contributions, maybe, but are they putting it to good use? Absolutely not. The environmental educator, that is the education and so much more, that they have withheld from the world since they opened their doors, since, I started this when Bill was president, and I would send my daily requests. This was way before the internet, this was 93, 94, 95, and so I was, I don't even, stamps, I guess, daily requests to the White House, and, Bill would just, I would send him to Bill after Al wasn't doing anything. I'd just be like, okay, so now get this to Bill and tell Bill that Al won't be environmental, and get Al to do his job, and of course that got no reply either. Well, I did get some replies from Al's office. That's in his video number 2 in my channel. But the Clinton Foundation, they have been in existence since basically shortly thereafter Bill left office, and environment has always been one of their headlines, and environmentaleducator.org is the education they have kept from the world that would have already a long time ago ended global environmental illiteracy, our biggest problem, right? It is our biggest. Education is the key to all success. And the Clintons will tell you, that. They will, well, of course you have to be educated, right? Of course. I mean, it's key to, everybody agrees with that, education, right? But environmentally, we're all illiterate. And you are not getting any good information out there. Mixed messages that come through as static. That's all that is ever delivered by anybody out there in the environmental world. And so the Clinton Foundation has withheld this, and they have also not taken on, leading the world out of our disposable society. We need to end our disposable society. One of my favorite environmental educator boards, if you go to the education, I do it on Microsoft Paint. It's the best little thing for me, but, it says environmental educator across the top, and it's little boards every day. And, my favorite board is the little tombstone that says disposable society, rest in peace. That is what we need to end. It is our biggest abuse by far. We are conveniencing ourselves out of a livable planet. That is exactly what humans are doing. We are just so convinced to think that if we want a cup in our hands for 10 minutes, that it should be given to us and we should throw it away. We are using natural resources beyond the rate of replenishment. Even if global warming, climate change isn't real, all these people, it's not real, the science is rigged, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, maybe it's not real. Okay, maybe the changes that are happening today are a natural fluctuation because Earth has been here for 4.5 billion years. There have been many natural fluctuations. However, the science seems to support that, those fluctuations right now are happening in direct proportion to what we're doing to the Earth. So either way, okay, suppose it isn't real. The fact of the matter is we're still being abusive. Okay, we are still using natural resources to nonstop give us disposable products we use for 10 minutes and throw away, and then create your waste, your own household waste, your municipalities, your businesses waste problems and expense. It is fairly expensive to get rid of your waste, okay? So that problem would be alleviated, and then that would save municipalities a lot of money, okay? And your households too. You're not going to have your trash cost. Okay, it would save oil. We want to reduce oil demand. Okay, 40 years, as long as we've been screaming for clean energy, right, we have to reduce our oil demand, right? Well, the main ingredient in plastic is oil, right? So all that disposable plastic is oil we are getting to throw away. And what do we throw it away into? Right? The plastic garbage bag, which would not be being manufactured, packaged, transported, and disposed of if we weren't having disposables to throw into it. That is the snowball effect of our disposable society. Plus, disposable is everywhere. It is nonstop, 24/7, 365, decade after decade, thousands, tens of thousands of processes going on every single minute of every single day for us to, get and throw out. And that's just crazy. Not only is that emitting the greenhouse gases that are said to be causing today's problems, but it emits a lot of other pollutants too. And they all use water and coal and oil and wood and natural resources to make these things. So believe me, if you watch the Environmental Educator education, I explained to you how much actually goes into that cup that you're sitting there. It's packaging. It's put in a plastic bag inside of cardboard boxes. Well, those were produced too. We need reusable transportation packaging. But will the Clinton Foundation get us there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, since the day they've opened. Right? So therefore, they're not, gaining individual cooperation. They're not even looking for it. They're not educating you. They're not, having Disposable Society be ended on a big level. Like, maybe if they had helped, maybe Billie Jean King would have let me convert her stadium to reusable, right? She won't let it. Nobody else in the Green Sports Alliance will do it either, right? But hey, they're all green. No, they're not. Reduce by reusing. And they're all proud of a recycling program that Billie Jean King and the United States Tennis Association are out promoting. But man, suppose I had somebody on my side. They got an NRDC consultant. The NRDC doesn't have a solution. They're as baffled as everyone else. But suppose I had the Clinton Foundation on my side, right? We would have achieved that. Billie Jean King would have been like, yeah, man, we got to do that. Instead, I at least have convinced her she's not environmental and she has given up her environmental effort. Can I convince the Clinton Foundation to do that? Absolutely not. But I can assure you that I have been telling them for as long as I have been telling everybody else, shut your doors. You're not doing anything. The greenhouse gases you emit are making the situation worse. They won't get individual cooperation. Everybody cannot use a disposable product right now today. Turn off your unused electricity, estimated to be 40% right now today. Are they encouraging number 3 on my agenda? No. Hang your clothes out to dry using wind and solar. Right there, for virtually no money, you implemented wind and solar. So much more else in your daily lives, okay? Little stupid stuff. That is the problem. Will the Clinton Foundation get on board that? No. Will they get on board hemp? No, absolutely not. Will they... What's number 5? Oh, I stopped leadership by example, right? That's number 4. After, gain individual cooperation. Are they leadership by example? No. No, they're not. I mean, Clinton's, especially Secretary of State, she did more travel than anybody, they say. In the plane. Meanwhile, I'm telling the White House, like, you've got to get out of your planes. You've got to be real environmental leaders. It's funny because one of Barack's advisors was on Letterman. This is in my White House week 12. And of environmentaleducator.org. And, Dave's like, man, it's such a good thing we have you on the job. And I'm like, no, it's not. Dave was like, so it's our cars. And this advisor who advised Gore, too, No Solutions Gore, he's like, it's our planes, too. I'm like, right there, he admitted it. But has he ever, in leading policy, gotten them out of their planes? No, the White House plane use just nonstop continues to expand, right? Right? So they're not going to be leadership by example. They're not going to do that, and they're not going to get Gore, or they haven't since they've opened their doors. Hemp? It's probably, are you kidding? They're not on board solutions, even though they pretend, right? They're on board number 6, clean energy. Right, because that's all anybody else is talking about. Clean energy. That's clean. Sometime in the future. We've been looking at it for 40 years. We're so smart. This country is, oh my God, you guys are geniuses. But in 40 years, we can't harness the sun's energy and wind's energy. Every hour the sun delivers to Earth, the amount of energy we use worldwide yearly, we could harness it. Right? We're just not. Okay, so, they're not as on board clean energy as they think they are. So, I'm sure their connections are not clean energy connections. I don't really know, but they're in politics. They know oil people. So right, isn't the Bushes? I don't know, oil people. Anyways. So is the Clinton Foundation doing anything? Absolutely not. Are they holding up the environmental education and agenda the world needs? Yes, they are, since the day they opened their door. So don't believe anything they say. Stop giving them your money. Tell them to get responsible. Tell them to introduce the environmental educator. Let them know you know. Send them this video, right? Send them this video. Be like, wow, is this true? And you're not going to get a reply from them, but, I'll just get more marks on my endless, my Nazi government files. I'm such a horrible person for wanting to prevent the biggest act of terrorism on the planet, right? Greenhouse gases are weapons of mass destruction, too. John Kerry's out saying it now, right? I've been telling the White House that forever now, It's the title of my book, so... the Clinton Foundation's not interested. They could have given me support and I could have gotten paid, not worked in a sweatshop and unemployed while foreigners work in Big Sky, but they don't care. They just absolutely don't care. So don't believe them, and let them know you don't believe them, and tell them to close their doors environmentally, absolutely, and tell them to shut up. And I'm sure they'll be part of my commentary. I'll be going out on their site and watching their headlines and then telling you that no, seriously, they still refuse this. So, hey, stay tuned to the Environmental Educator on YouTube, environmentaleducator.org. Pass this around. I am the environmental 911 call the world needs. I need YouTube to dial it. I guess no one else will dial it. I have been asking forever, and the Clinton Foundation absolutely, adamantly will not dial environmental 911. So, see you later, YouTubers.